if I had 60 days to bench 225, do or die, this is exactly step by step, cookie cutter simple. Even if you're a complete retard, this is all about retard maxing, by the way. This is exactly how I do it. Now, I know you may wonder, who the fuck am I and what makes me qualified to teach this? Well, I'm Ivan, also known as the FU Ivan, and I have quite literally benched 225 for 15 total reps. Like, I'm not saying it to brag, the stats are the stats, right? I could probably teach you a thing or two about benching 225 as soon as possible. Anyways, let's get into it, right? So, now, what I'm gonna say is not popular, it's not common knowledge, because I don't teach fitness. I teach esoteric fitness, right? I teach the esoterical side of things. In simple words, I teach what's not commonly known by the general public. I teach information that only 1%, not even, okay, probably like 0.001% of the population know, okay? So don't expect to see any common advice. Like, my approach is very different, and this is why I know for sure I can get you that number. So this is exactly what you're gonna do, right? You're gonna grab the bar, okay, just a pure standard bar, which is 45 pounds, right? It's a 45-pound barbell. You're gonna literally lay down, okay? And right before you do this, I have to really point this out. You have to warm up your body. I repeat, you don't want to be benching heavy weight that you're not used to, right? Your body's not used to it, and you start to injure yourself, because so many foods in the gym, they tend to go through this shit. How many foods have you heard about, right? Where they get into the gym, they start to ego lift, and then later their tendons start to hurt, right? Their elbow starts to hurt. They're like, I'm like, fuck, and they have to take off a month, 3 months, 6 months. All that time is lost. I don't want that to be you. So therefore, how do we prevent this in the first place? You start to warm up. You start to gradually improve your warm-up sessions, and this is how you're gonna do it, right? 5 minutes. It's been proven by science, right? And I hate science because, you know, it's a lot of it's funded, a lot of the science-based bullshit. I'm none of that, but it's confirmed, and I'm not saying this just to, you know, spit up pure science facts. I've tested this myself. You perform a lot better when your body's warmed up, when your body's just naturally warm, right? How do you warm your body up in a very efficient, simple way? Get on the treadmill, okay? When you're in the gym, get on a fucking treadmill. If you don't have access to the gym, sprint literally in your backyard, front and back for like 5 minutes. Literally grab a timer, sprint. Or you don't even have to sprint, okay? I wouldn't even recommend you sprint 5 minutes, because, I mean, you can. It's gonna boost your growth hormone level. That's a topic for another day. But you're gonna warm your body really good. I don't recommend you sprint though. I recommend you walk 5 minutes around your whole block, okay? Spin around the neighborhood, do whatever you need to do, warm up your body, okay? Cool, got that? Okay, amazing. Now that you've warmed up your body, I want you to go under the barbell, okay? You have the bench, you have everything, just the barbell. Because remember, we're not here to ego lift. You're starting off small. I know you want to, you know, lift heavy and all that, but we're here to start off small. You don't get big guns like this benching 135. No, you have to bench heavy as shit. And I'm here to tell you, the most anabolic shit you can do for yourself, okay, I'm not gonna mention the exercise right now, but the most anabolic exercise that you can do by far, right, is the compound lifts. What is that? Squats, bench press, deadlift, overhead press, also known as military press. Yes, all that shit super anabolic, okay? When you're in the gym, you have access to hundreds of gyms. I mean, not hundreds of gyms, sorry, hundreds of gym equipment, right? They're all over the place, they're scattered, and your mind thinks, oh, I want to use that. Fuck all the accessory machines. You don't need that, okay? Focus on the compound lifts, focus on getting actually stronger, okay, in those lifts, and in no time, I promise you, within 60 days, you will bench 225, and trust me, nothing beats that feeling. I remember, not that long ago, no lie, okay, I benched 225, and keep in mind that I'm literally in my year one, so I'm still experiencing newbie gains. Year one's about to end for me next month, but I used to take weight training back in 2019 in high school. I'm 24 years old, by the way, right? And when I was, you know, a high school kid in weight training, I didn't take it fucking serious, because you know, as a kid, you know, your level of awareness is different. Now at 24 years old, my level of consciousness is higher. I have a higher level of awareness, and therefore I know the actual mechanics and what it is and what it actually takes to build an amazing physique that screams power, right? Because this is what you're ultimately looking for, right? You want a body that screams power for yourself, and most importantly, yeah, externally. Guess what? You get all the money, all the status, everything, all the relationships. You get all that good shit. Guess what? All that shit comes from having a decent, amazing, aesthetic, elite physique, okay? We're not average out here. We're not average. If you're over here looking for average, I'm probably not your guy. I'm probably not your fool, right? But hey, if you're one of those fools who wants to get strong as fuck, this is what you do, right? Get under the bench, warm up, 20 20 reps. This is just to warm up the fibers, okay? Warm up. You're warming up fast as possible, okay? It's because it's all about speed, but here are the key points. You want your leg, okay? You want your heel, the heel of your leg, okay? Of your foot, sorry. You want the heel to go below, I repeat, behind the knee, okay? This is the best position to be in because this way you're going to have the most power when you use leg drive, okay? When I first started, I fucking saw you that using leg drive, but I'm here to tell you leg drive is everything, okay? Leg drive is everything. Have literally the heel of your foot, okay, all the way back, as far back as you can, like you're arching. Another thing, arch your back, okay? Arch your back. I cannot stress enough how much more power you will have on the bench press. Flat bench, I mean not flat bench, flat, you know, without arching your back versus actually arching your back. When you arch your back, pull your shoulder blades back. You should not be benching like this forward, nah. You should be arching your back all the way back. Tie your body as much as possible. Squeeze the bar, okay? Squeeze the bar as hard as you can. Almost think like you want to bend the bar. This is the perfect mindset to get into right before you're actually going for a big lift, okay? Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you bench less than 135 currently and you want to go from 135 to 225 in 60 days, it's probably unlikely. It's probably not for you. But if you're at least at 135, I can get you to bench an extra 90 pounds in 60 days. Especially if you're a newbie, yeah, you're gonna experience newbie gains. It's very possible. I pulled it off. You can do so too, right? This is exactly all you gotta do. You warmed up with 20 reps, just that one set. Now add a 25. Yes, slowly, okay? Once again, I can't tell you how much reps to do because everybody's different, right? The sweet spot's to leave 2 reps in reserve. I repeat, 2 reps in reserve. Don't go to failure. You're going to fry your central nervous system. Do not do that shit. Leave 2 reps in reserve. Once you're done leaving 2 reps in reserve, you're going to go for a third warm-up set. Now you're actually going to go 35, okay? And once again, 2 reps in reserve as fast as possible. The point is to get explosive, okay? Get explosive. Once you get explosive, you leave 2 reps in reserve, you're done. 3 sets, you're warmed up. Your body's warm, properly lubricated. You're going to actually have a good, amazing lift. Now, for your first actual set, I highly recommend, I repeat, highly, I cannot stress this enough. We want to go way more than what your body's currently used to. So you want to bench 225, amazing, okay? Try to get 225 off the bar. You don't have to actually go all the way down. No. You want to do what's known as a static hold. You just want to hold the bar, hold the weight all up in the air like this, arching your back, perfect form and everything, but you just want to hold it up for as long as you can, and then you unrack it back up into the, you know, rack. The reason why we want to do this is because this is going to fry your central nervous system temporarily, right? It's going to shock your central nervous system, but your body is going to get used to, it's going to mentally, okay, and physically quite literally experience the shock as if you were to actually bench 225 pounds. So actually grab 2 plates, load up 2 plates as soon as you're done with the warm-up, hold it up for like 10 to 15 seconds as a static hold, and then once you're like, I can't hold it no more, boom, you rack it up. Now, do this for your own caution. If 225 is too heavy, go for 205, okay? You know, use common sense, have common sense, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of fools nowadays like that, but if you're watching this video, I'm pretty sure you're not stupid, right? Do this one time, okay? One time, 2 sets. Static holds, 2 sets. After you're done with that static hold, rest as long as you need, ideally 5 to 7 minutes, until you're properly, you know, you feel like you're confident enough to get into the next set, okay? Now, whatever you're used to, let's say you're used to doing like 5 sets of 5, I don't know, 165, okay, cool. Try to push for 170, increment 5 pounds. Instead of doing 165 5 by 5, do 170 5 by 5. Okay, and trust me, you might be tight, it doesn't matter. The point is you're pushing yourself close to failure. I cannot stress enough. You know what actually causes muscle growth? 2 things, and 2 things only: the recruitment of motor units and mechanical tension. This is the only thing that actually grows muscle. This is the only thing that actually gets you stronger. The stronger you get, the bigger you get. It's this fucking simple, right? I know so many fools who, like, they tend to focus on the best technique, the best strategy, the best diet. All that shit's a waste of fucking time. We want to retard max this as much as we possibly can, okay? Therefore, every time you get into the gym, warm up properly, do exactly what I told you. Get stronger, focus on getting stronger. Remember, always leave 2 to 1 rep in reserve. Don't go to failure every single set. You're going to fry yourself. You're not going to recover properly. You're going to feel like shit. Don't do that. We're literally optimizing here for efficiency. I promise you, if you do this for 60 days, you will bench 225. Now, if you like this video and you want to know other ways that I can help you, you want me to mentor you personally one-on-one, the link is in the description. But anyways, that's honestly I gotta say for this video. I love you, fools. You have a blessed one.